Basically, there's a lot of money to be made shipping bulky items on eBay, and in this video we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to be pumping you up so that the next time you see a heavy object in a thrift store, you won't be scared to buy it, knowing that your ability to ship it without it getting damaged during transportation will definitely make you one step ahead of your competition. Many years ago, when I started shipping computers on eBay, I actually lost about 2 of these PCs because I didn't really know how to ship these PCs. So the first time I shipped it, I actually used a very bad quality carton. And as you could expect, as soon as the item arrived at the destination, customer emailed me and said the item came in a very bad shape and he wanted to return it. So, but that didn't deter me because this particular PC on eBay, not so many people were selling it at the time, and I kind of imagined that the reason why so many people were not selling these PCs was because it was really heavy, and not so many people want to begin to mess with, oops, sorry about that. Not so many people want to begin to mess with trying to ship an expensive PC like this. It's heavy. I really don't know what they put inside this PC that made it so heavy. One thing you have to know about eBay, when you just get started, you're going to be messy. Your shipping is not going to be on point, and that is perfectly normal because when you just start eBay, you have to pick up a lot of skills. And one of the skills that you have to pick up is the skill of being able to pack and ship an item properly. Not so many people want to be involved with a heavy item. They will see it in the thrift store, they don't go for it because they are kind of aware what it will take to ship such item. You see, when I started, it was always also like that. I kind of avoided a lot of things when I saw that they were already getting bigger. I just made sure to buy little items like this, like the SSDs, because I was more comfortable shipping those items. But later on, I realized that on the heavy items, sometimes the profit margin tends to be much better. And the competition is also not so tight as compared to the light items, because a lot of people would naturally be staying away from these heavy items. But fast forward many years later, I picked up the skills that I needed to be able to ship this item and started playing the game, the heavy item game. This, for example, is a HP Z420 workstation. It's very heavy. After all said and done, I think it should be about 16 kilograms. I mean, when I'm talking about with the packaging and with everything that needs to go in, the bubble wraps, the extra packaging materials and everything. So, but if you're able to pack this properly and ship it, customer receives it, and the customer is happy, believe me, they will definitely give you a positive feedback. But the thing is, as soon as you get your hand around this skill, you'll be learning it definitely. If you put in your best in trying to see how you can ship a heavy item, you're definitely going to pick up these keys, and as soon as you pick up this key, it's going to stay with you for a long time. And that's one thing about the skills that you pick up as a reseller. You see, it might be a little bit difficult. It's not interesting to try something new. You might be skeptical, but you might not be so motivated to want to ship these items. But these heavy items on eBay, they have a funny way of having a very good profit margin. And that's the reason why you want to be part of it. That's the reason why you want to quickly get your hands around learning to ship these heavy items. You go thrifting, you see a small compressor, you see a subwoofer, you know. You don't want to go for it because you are kind of scared. You are not so sure if you'll be able to pack it. You see, if you don't start to learn it, you're definitely going to be missing out from a lot of things, you know. But if you say to yourself, no, I think I can do this. I'm not going to be scared of this heavy item. I'm going to go ahead, get my hands dirty, and try to ship it. You are definitely going to be better off because at some point you're going to learn it. You're going to learn the process of shipping these items, and as soon as you do learn it, you're definitely going to be using it to shine on eBay. Whenever you have to pack a heavy item like this, first you need to be careful that you have the best quality of cartons. There are so many cartons in the market, so many. And it's so bad that on eBay, because of the price competition, the producers just keep turning up, throwing all sort of cartons on eBay. The quality is so bad. Even though sometimes you need to really close your eyes to the price and just tell yourself, look, I want to get the best quality that's possible, because if you use a bad quality carton in packing a computer, a workstation like this, it will just amount to you being penny wise but pound foolish, because at the end of the day, if this is to be broken during transport, you lose a lot of money. So it makes a lot of sense if you could just do the right thing, which is from the onset, get a good quality material, good quality carton, 2-3 walls thick. In this video, I'll be showing you an example of what I'm talking about. You can actually take a look at the thickness of this carton. This is not the light one that you use in packing light items like a hard drive or screwdrivers or whatever, but you want to go for the best quality carton that you can. And when you can do that, you've already taken a very bold step to protect against any carelessness on the part of the shipping guys. Another thing you want to make sure that you are doing is you have a very good quality bubble wrap. You see, this is another protection you have to make sure that you. This is another thing you have to make sure you have to have good quality bubble wraps. Just like cartons, the bubble wraps are also having this problem, which is there are so many types of bubble wraps in the market. Basically, because of the price, everybody is trying to win the market by turning out the cheapest item, but the cheapest item most times doesn't necessarily have to be the best quality. That's why you have to do your due diligence. Make sure you search for a very good bubble wrap, so that when you bubble wrap this item 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you are protecting it against any form of damage in the event that it falls during transportation. It's kind of getting more interesting on eBay, because day by day it's getting pretty hard to source very good items, and the heavy items, somehow, if somebody, I believe somebody must have noticed this. If you go to the thrift stores or the flea market, you see that the heavy item have a way of having this kind of cheap prices, because not so many people are really buying it. And there are some items like a workstation, it's heavy. If you find it, buy it, because the profit on this item sometimes is really interesting. Definitely you're going to be putting a lot of work to make sure that it's well packed, but if you can get it from your point, which is point A, to the buyer's address in good condition, you are definitely going to smile. If this video has helped you, do me a favor, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be packing this PC. If you want to see it, I'll be leaving a link here in the next video where you can see this PC being packed. Until I see you again, peace.